Hello, everyone. Um, this is Ramble something sixth. It's the sixth one. It's the sixth one. I'm acting like I've made so many videos. No, this is the sixth one, bro. Um, Today I don't have a topic. Well, I do have a topic. Well, I was thinking about a bunch of topics, and I was like, you know what? What do I want to talk about today? And I think one thing I want to speak about today is um my fear of being left behind. And I don't think this is like a crazy fear to have. I feel like this actually might be pretty common, but I don't know. I feel like kind of happens, or I kind of like this is like a prominent fear of mine in my head a lot of the time, right? It's just the fear of being left behind, and left behind in like mostly not something like, let's say, work or school or other things. You know what I mean? Left behind as in life, and I think most of it comes from my like being left behind in life experience. Because let me check something. Um, I I'm always scared about because okay, there's a lot of people in my life who have done a lot. There's a lot of people in my life who have done not as much. But the same sentiment always comes back to me, which is I'm not doing enough. And I don't know if that's true. Um, I might be doing enough. Maybe I'm not. I'm not sure if this YouTube uh, recording myself to nobody thing counts, but I mean, I always feel like I should be doing more. And although I probably should or I shouldn't, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure on a lot of things. I don't know if I'm like just to feel this, because I'm gonna be straight honest. My life is great. There is nothing that I'm struggling with. Like everything is like really, I'm not in like a struggle. Like this isn't. I don't have stuff to complain about. This is just me being me, right? I'm not sure if I'm even playing Herson right or whatever his name is. I don't know. I don't know. But like I was saying, right? I don't even know. Like there's nothing in my life I can complain about. Everything's good. I like to believe I'm a good student. I like to believe I'm pretty good at my schooling. I like to think, hey, I'm a little bit smarter. Like I think I'm smart. So like, there's nothing really. My parents are really accepting of everything I've ever done. I've never been pressured to be the best. And although I put that kind of pressure on myself sometimes, no one else has been like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to be like this, because it's just never been you know, I've never gotten that pressure before. I pick up a lot of new things, and I always drop those things like really quickly. Sadly, I'm like actually starting to feel this. I might be starting to lose motivation to do this like recording thing, and that's really sad because I really like doing this thing. Same with how I really liked playing violin, but I stopped doing that for a while now, right? And it's like I don't want to lose motivation for this. And I think that's really, it sounds weird now that I'm saying it, because it's like, how can you lose motivation to do something that you enjoy, right? But I think it's just like, eventually my brain just goes into a thing of, I don't want to do this. Or it's not, no, no, that's wrong, because I do want to do these things. It's more like, I can't bother myself to do these things. I think that's like a really bad thing. Crit rate, I think I need my crit rate up, right? His crit damage, oh, his crit rate sucks, you're right, I do need those crit rate traces, holy. Um, like I was saying, right? Um, oh, oh, oh. It's like I don't know. There's just like this thing in my brain that clicks, and it's like, it's not that I'd rather not do this thing. I just don't end up doing it, and it is probably because I'm lazy. But people, I've always been told by like teachers and mentors and everything. It's like people aren't lazy; they just lack motivation. But it's like, how do I lose motivation for something I enjoy? Like, it's like I'll use the gotcha game for example. I played Genshin for a while, but then I was eventually like, I don't want to play Genshin. simply because I don't know if it was the lack of like good characters I had, maybe because I know I was struggling a little bit in endgame, even though I had like pretty good characters, I just never really built them or whatever. Um, Wuthering Waves, I stopped playing for a while, because I just did, and stuff, you know. Zenless I haven't played in a hot second because the game just hasn't interested me. Although I do think I'm gonna start playing the game again. Honkai has been my main interest right now because Silver Wolf came out, and I'm saving up for Evanesia and what's his name, Blade, because I made a promise to myself that I would get those characters, knowing that I would regret it if I did not get them when they first released. I'm doing terrible in the domain thing. Um, I don't know. My mic is too close. It might be really loud right now, and I just wouldn't know. Also, I'm pretty sure you might be able to hear me like spamming my controller. So that isn't nice. I'm not sure. The mic is like I want to make my mic closer because I feel like in all my other recordings it's kind of far away, right? Um, what else? Oh my god, it's like I had a topic and now I'm losing it. I'm really bad at like focusing these things. I should have a script. I should make a script. But nah. I think the fact that I don't have much of an audience and the fact I can speak like this comfortably, and although it may not always make any coherent sense, or I I ramble on about whatever and I lose like my place and my topics and all that, I think that is a lot far more like natural and something that I want for my content. You know what I mean? Secondly, dude, with 3 pulls, that's 3 pulls max. Wow, wow. Yeah, I want Hiyuki because I want a Glacio unit or whatever the element's called, but I'm not sure if I should pull for her. Maybe she's like really bad. I'm not sure. But again, I don't concern myself with meta too much, so it's fine. Um, what else was there? There was a dude. I really need to work on Lucurse and stuff. I'm gonna do something a lot more chill then, while I speak. How long is this recording? This is 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So I mean, hopefully I won't make it to like a really. This video won't be the longest. Um, I like I was saying, I'm scared of being left behind. Um, Life experiences is like a big part of that. Um, and there's a really easy example I could give, or a really example I could think of that would maybe not relate to everyone, but I mean, probably is a relate to many people, not of my age or who are still like in a new, experiencing something new, and it's just simply the fear of like, I remember I still kind of have. No, I don't really have this fear. Not as much anymore because it's just like, or this isn't really an example for me anymore. But I mean, it's whatever. It's like the fear of not having like a partner or anyone, like, you know what I mean, like, or like how not having enough social connections at whatever part of life you are in. For me, I had like I had this like last year. I was like, damn, I really need to socialize and like and like speak to more people, and I need to pursue more people romantically. And it was like, yeah, I don't though, and it's like a really weird struggle for me to have because it's not like I'm like it's not like I'm like struggling to like find people to talk to. I mean, I'm in school. Like if that's not the most social place you could be at the age that I'm at, I mean, come on though, you know what I mean? Uh, and then, okay, that was actually like I feel like that's like the most easiest way I could explain that. But also, um, there's a lot of people who like, is that nah? I don't think this is a good example, but I'm gonna mention it either way because it is a thing that I see a lot of. A lot of people that I know use substances, and by substance I mean anything. This could go to a vape. This could go to anything really, right? And it's like, you know, um, although I obviously I don't want to do that stuff. I've always considered myself to not like I don't got to do all that, right? But like these people, I'm not sure if they're more, it's just like these people have done something that I haven't done, and maybe that experience will help me grow. You know what I mean? Probably smoking vapes isn't. I don't think. Don't use substances. That is not gonna let you. That is not gonna let you grow. But what I mean is like these people have like um these experiences that I don't, and this can range from like personal experiences to like more more private ones. More personal ones. Did I say personal twice? Okay, what I mean is a lot more like social experiences, because oh yeah, obviously a lot more social experiences, and then like a lot more private experiences, right? Me, I have never had a romantic partner. I've never had like a really close friend, to be honest. I actually, yeah, I never really had like a really close friend. Um, uh, hold up, guys. I don't know why I stopped speaking. I never really had like a really close friend. Uh, you know what I mean? What else was it? I've never had like, I've never really gone out, which is probably not surprising because I'm making these videos and I play Wuthering Waves and like gotcha games, and then I also play Marvel Rivals. It's probably like pretty noticeable that I don't leave my house too often, right? But I've never really had friends where I've like left. I've never had that experience of like being in like a really big group chat with all my friends and everyone's cool. The most I've had to a friend, or like the closest friend I've had, is someone who like it was not even a friend, dude. To be honest, it's like that one person that you befriend just because they bully you. So to get the heat off of you, you just stop being friends with them, or you start being friends with them. You know what I mean? That's the closest thing I've had to a friend. Um, or not the closest thing, but that was like currently. Nah, no, it's not currently either. I haven't, you know, definitely fixed a couple things, but recently that is like the closest thing I've had to like a really good friend or whatever, right? Then there's I think, and then there's other social experiences, just like was I talking to personal? I was saying personal experiences. See what I mean? I can't. I need a script. I need something to go off on. So I was like, okay, so personal experiences. Uh, like family gatherings, family parties. I don't go to those. I hate. It's not that I hate my family. That sounds really mean. I don't hate my family, but everything is just like, so it's so ill to me. Why is he stuck down here? Holy, or not ill. That's a really mean way to say it. I don't really like, my family isn't really a big point of contingency for me. If they're good, if they're alive, if they're well, that's good. And if they aren't, that's really bad. And I'll be sad over that. But that's about it. It's not that I've never really cared for my family. It's just that it's never really been a thing for me. You know. Um, what else was it? Well, yeah, things like that. Then social experiences. This is like relating to friends and stuff. I've never really had that. I've never gone out with like a big group of friends. I've never gone to anyone's house. No one's come to my house. I haven't like I've stayed on call with maybe one friend for like a couple hours because it's you talk to them people, but that's about it. I even realized I still had Jin Chi equipped. My fault. Um, yeah, but like these like that's I've never really had like those experiences with those like friends or people, right? I've talked to a lot of people in my classes. Obviously, I feel like I like to consider myself I'm social, but I don't think I'm social enough, and I think that's a problem, or that's something that I find as a problem, and I want to be more social. You know what I mean? Oh, and then last way of like, how long is this video? 14 minutes? Damn, I have to stretch this out to 20, dude. um, what else is it? It's in like achievements too. Although I think obviously co- uh comparison is the thief of joy. But I can't help but compare myself because it's like these people are doing this. These people are doing that, right? And I'm simply not. And I think that's a problem. Although I do want to, eventually, I want to get to a point where I could say I am happy with what I am doing. I'm happy with what I do. All of that stuff. I want to get to a point where I can be like, hey, I'm proud of what I've done. But currently, it's not something I can really say in confidence. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe I should probably do a little bit more to try to fix that. But I mean, it's true. I don't think, I'm me. And right now, I don't think I've done enough that, like, I deserve anything right now. That's about it. I also don't think, I want to get bigger on social media, obviously. If I'm doing this content creation thing, I probably do want that. Uh, but, yeah, I also want to, I don't know. I think I said this in one of my other videos. I don't know what I want to do in the future. And that's another thing of being left behind. I don't know what I will do or what I'm going to do. So what if in the future I don't do anything that I'm proud of? That would be really sad. And I would be really sad. Because it's like, I did nothing. I did nothing that's like worth of like praise or, you know what I mean? And I would be pretty sad over that. Team levels too low? Ooh, scary stuff, dude. Well, like I'm saying, I would be like, I personally wouldn't be proud of anything I've done or things I've done, right? And that shouldn't be the case. I feel like everyone, no matter, like, not everyone should, okay, that sounds really bad. Strive for big dreams. Everyone should have, like, a big dream that they want to accomplish, right? Hold up. These are, like, okay. Yeah, well, like I was saying, everyone should have, like, a big dream that they strive to accomplish. But at the same time, if what you want to do is live a normal life that isn't too extraordinary, I think that's fine. You know what I mean? Do I have? You know what? It don't even matter. Like I'm saying, like I was saying, when a team uses flippers to perform power strike, the whole team restores each time skill is performed. I'll take that. Like I'm saying, if you want to live, if people want to live like more normal lives, that's fine. I think everyone should be happy with living the life that they are living. No one should feel like, hey, I'm not doing enough. You know what I mean? Everyone should feel like they are doing great amounts of work. Everyone should be proud of who they are, what they are, and what they're doing. And me currently, that's not me, and that's fine. And I think anyone else who is like also experiencing that part of I'm not proud of what I'm doing, you know, just keep on pushing on, and eventually you'll find something. It's kind of weird because I've talked about my disbelief in I barely talked about this here. I think I mentioned it once, but I have my disbelief in things like religion, and I've gone to church. I've been religious, sort of religious before. Not really something I care about now, simply because I don't believe in it. But I still believe in other things. Maybe I think everyone does have a destiny. Fuck it. I'll say I believe in like the red string like thing where everyone has a string that like or whatever it's called. You know what I mean? Everyone's intertwined and everyone comes to their own path, right? But I think everyone has a calling. Everyone has a purpose, and maybe that purpose isn't a purpose set out by like a god. Maybe that purpose is set out because it's what you want to do or what helps you feel good, and that should be enough. You know what I mean? And I'm rambling and I don't even know what I'm saying. I think I'm saying something. I'm not sure if I'm saying anything. Um, but like I'm saying, everyone should be happy. Everyone should be happy with with what they're doing. And if you're not happy, then find a way to make yourself happy. That sounds really dumb. Okay, what I'm saying is, you gotta find joy. Even if everything seems dark, eventually you gotta push yourself to find that peace. And maybe maybe I'm really naive for saying this. I am young. I've never had a job. I've never, you know, I've never really done anything too serious. But I mean, and I've never really been like super sad. Like I've never been like depressed or whatever, right? But I think everyone should, if you don't have happiness and peace now, you should strive to find it. And if you have to change a couple things, that's fine. But you shouldn't aim to like change your whole character. I think you should aim to find peace within what you already have, right? And I'm saying these things, and now that I'm thinking about it, I don't follow my own like whatever like whatever I'm saying right now is not something I follow. You know what I mean? Because I know how I operate a lot of the times, and you know it's not on what I'm saying. How long is this video? 20 minutes, 21 minutes. That's really it. That's all I could say for today. I actually might record another video just to talk about more rant, like just to rant about something I don't like. Do I make this video 20 minutes, 30 minutes? No, I can't make that 30 minutes. Okay. um, that is all, guys. I wish you all the best. Uh, Max HP. Okay. This one. I wish all of you the best, and I wish all of you more than ever. I don't even know what else to say, but I just hope everyone's doing great. Because in this world, what else are you meant to do except pray for? Not pray. Don't pray. I just said I don't believe in God. I'm an idiot. Don't be hopeful for each other. Be happy for each other. Hope for someone else's success, so you can achieve your own. You know what I mean? I'm saying that, and I'm probably like, I'm a hater. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate on so many things, dude. I'm saying you should hope. You should really like pray for other people's successes, but I mean, you should hope for other people to succeed so you can succeed too. But you know what? I know I don't follow that either. I hate a lot of things, and I hate publicly and privately about a lot of things. You know what I mean? Maybe not publicly now, but like later on, you'll all of you will see that. Um, that's it for me. Thank you if anyone is listening. Um, all love. I need an intro. I don't have an intro, and I need a schedule, and I need a new way to make videos. This isn't. I don't I like making it videos because it's like really easy. I'm not sure if this is like effective though. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start doing scheduled videos maybe. I think every Tuesday or Monday is when I'll start making videos. You know what I mean? Because I think I've been having a lot of fun doing it on these days. That's about it. Okay, I'm yapping for too long. It's gonna be 23 minutes. Thank you everyone for listening to me. Love you all. Be happy. Yeah. 23.